side by side.
Hey guys, how you going? Today I'm going to be doing a video on how I get my stream lighting, how it is, and just basically everything to do with lighting and LEDs, where you buy them from. So yeah, let's jump straight into the video. So yeah, I got lots of questions about my LEDs and like what's the thing on the wall behind you and what's the lighting in front of you. So obviously I can see that it is confusing, like regardless it's very confusing and it takes ages to get right. I'm finally happy with the lighting in the background. So yeah, what you can see is these LEDs along here. All these LEDs across the ground, there's some in front of me and there's some behind me on my bed head, are actually from eBay. I think they're only like $30 for a roll. So the ones you actually want to get, I will pop them up on screen and the details you need to get. I'm pretty sure it's like the 50/50 waterproof RGB. The reason I like the waterproof ones better is, I'll see if I can get an example. They've got like this plastic coating on them and it's just, they don't feel as flimsy and it feels more protected. The ones along the ground are the non-waterproof ones. I accidentally bought them and the lights are just really exposed. It feels unsafe and just really fragile. So definitely get the waterproof one. It's only like $2 more. But yeah, I think they're only $30 with the adapter and the controller and the lights, and that's for 5 meters. So I always get them long because you can cut them. They change to a lot of colors. So this is what the controller looks like. I'm sure you would have seen these before. They're very generic. I've got one running in front of me and one across, so these might be the wrong ones. Oh no, this is right. Okay. So you've got all your like preset custom colors, and then you can also set your own colors. The ones along the back wall there are actually a different kind of LED RGB strips. They've only got like half the colors and you can't customize the colors. So I'm not actually going to link you those ones. You can see it's stripy because it's putting 2 colors together to mimic pink. But definitely I'm only going to recommend the ones which are like across the ground and in front because they're much better. The reason I haven't swapped the ones out behind is because they're not broken and I don't want to be wasteful. But yeah, this is what the controller looks like, and it's really confusing on how to set custom DIY colors. So I will run that over with you now quickly. So what you do is you press DIY 1. I'm going to have to point it down at the sensor. So you can see now it's switched. Like if I put it to blue and then I switch it to the DIY 1, it will go to white. Well, its version of white. So all you do, this is when you've got to use these buttons and it will feel like it's not doing anything. But let's say green, we're going to hold green and up. You literally just got to keep pressing the buttons. I'm pressing the arrow down on blue to try and get rid of some of the blue. Okay, now we can see it's changing color. It's gone to a green, so we're going to try and add red. You literally just keep spamming the button. Okay, let's take down the green. Okay, it is turning to change. I am not explaining this very well for you. Basically, you put it on DIY and you just hold down the arrows and up the arrows until it starts creating colors. That's how you get it to work. And I'm pretty sure as soon as you click off, it's automatically saved to that DIY button. So that's how the DIYs work. You can see I've got it changed to pink. I'm just using a preset color blue. Oh, I've just changed these ones in front of me. My bad. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to change the ones back on the ground to blue. Okay, I think that's it. I just use a preset color, but you can make custom colors. The ones in front of me, I run on orange, simply just because it like reflects back onto me and makes me look a little bit tanner, where if I put it on white, you can see I've just got a lot white, where if I run it on pink, it's going to give me a pink tinge. So it's like completely up to you what you want to do. I run orange because it makes me look a little bit tan. If you're not using tan, 200 IQ. But that's up to you. You've also got like brightness controls, but I'm sure you can figure that part of it out. I just wanted to talk about the DIY colors because they can be really confusing. The LEDs do have a sticky side on them that you can peel off and stick down on surfaces. Make sure to wipe down the surface first. I didn't do this and they just peel straight off. It looks so bad. Like it will unstick over time. So what you could do is just get double-sided tape and re-stick it down. But that's how I run my LEDs, and definitely find these. Look how many colors you've got. You've got so many different colors to work with. You don't have to run this particular color set. Your lighting is like very unique to you at the end of the day. So definitely come up with your own lighting. Just make it unique to your channel. I think that is everything I wanted to cover for the LEDs. But yeah, they're about $30 from eBay. I will leave them linked down below in the bio. So in front of me, I run a ring light from eBay. All of these items, once again, guys, will be linked down in the bio below. And then I have my webcam resting on the ring light. I've got it on a white tone right now, but it does have like warmth. Let me show you. So you can see it goes really bright. But for me, that just, it ain't it. Sometimes I like even don't run it. Like you can see right now it's quite bright in here that I could potentially not run a ring light, and sometimes I don't. Sorry, my dog's bugging me. But it definitely makes your eyes a lot brighter if you have it on. And this is on with a little bit of white. This is white and orange. Because I've got tan on, it's just a little bit too, adds a bit too much tan. So this is the one that I just like to run at the moment. But yeah, it does have that warmth and white setting, which I definitely recommend you get, because it just gives you more options to play around with. But that's pretty much the ring light. I just rest my webcam on it and I have it off sometimes, on sometimes, depends how I'm feeling. That's the only lighting I really run. The other thing I do is, let me get my screen share up. The screen share of my other window. So what I do here, changing the background on your computer can actually depend on what kind of light's coming back at you. It just changes the whole lighting again. So obviously change when you get into game, if that's what you're doing. But I change the background depending on what kind of lighting I have that night. I normally have my Spotify up here, so it makes this side a bit darker. My OBS is on this screen with like my Twitch stuff. And then I have these different backgrounds I always like to run. This one I used to always run. But since changing my lighting, it's maybe a little bit too dark. So I've been running this one. It sounds silly, but trust me, like it makes a big difference. And then you can just play around with your Spotify, honestly, to make it get the lighting right. So that's another trick that I do. Changing your desktop background works as another light. And now the thing behind me that you can see is a NanoLeaf. I've actually done a video on this. I will leave it linked below as well. These are the NanoLeaf light panels. I did an installation video, but basically they're these flat little LEDs that you stick to the wall and you can control it off of your phone. I'm fairly sure there is a desktop app. I haven't really, haven't got it yet. I like to run it on Bed of Roses. You can go to, let's see if my memory's good. Go to Explore, go to Discover, and it will load more scenes, and you can literally just like search through all these different ones that people have preset. So yeah, there's all these different ones you can pick from that people have made. That's all I did to get my colors, but there's like so many different colors. There's Moonlight. See, it's changed the whole lighting in the room again. You can turn it down, like it's got a little slider thing. Just keep in mind with these, if you do change your Wi-Fi connection or your Wi-Fi connection is not very strong, they don't connect super well. They will like play up a little. All I did was I just got a different router so my internet connection could reach this end of the house, and I haven't had any issues. But there's lots of videos on like how to reset it if you do run into issues, because they are Wi-Fi based. I 100% recommend these. They are a little bit on the pricey side. I think it's about $250 for the starter kit. This is rose gold. This one's really pretty. I had a look around on like eBay, AliExpress to try and find something that could compete. There's nothing like a NanoLeaf. I found these little ones from eBay that look thick. They look really cool and they're cheaper, so it's like a cheaper alternative option to a NanoLeaf, but there is actually nothing on the market I can find exactly like them. So that's probably why, they're a little bit more expensive, because they're new technology, nobody's done anything like it before. So I think they're worth the like investment. But if you're starting out, just start with the LEDs. All the stuff does add up and it's quite expensive, but if you are doing this as a job, you might be able to write it off for tax. Yeah, I'll put the ones up on the screen that I found on AliExpress. They seem to have these cool patterns. They're very thick, so they would stick out on the wall. But I didn't want to buy any because I got nowhere to put them, but they do look really, really funky, and I think would look really nice in the setup if you can't afford to get the NanoLeaf as of yet. But if you guys have found any similar, definitely link them below. You might be able to help somebody out. I understand how overwhelmingly expensive it all is when you first start, but so far, like, the ring light and the LEDs are like really cheap. The last thing that I have running in the background is the Starlight projector. So you can see the little stars in the background that's kind of like shifting around. I have not seen anyone do this on stream yet. I may have just not found their stream, so if you have, I'm sorry. But I saw the star projector and I was like, oh my god, I want to put it behind me. I haven't seen anyone do it and it would look sick. So I went out and bought a star projector. At first I got the Twilight star projector, which I've done a review on. We'll leave linked below. But then I actually was lucky enough to get sent a Blisslight, which is brighter and it's quieter. We'll have a video coming out soon on the Blisslight's model, probably after this video. So yeah, if you're deciding between the two, just hang in there because I will have a video up soon. But yeah, I like to run the Blisslights behind me because it's brighter and it actually shows up on the wall with all the other LEDs. So the way I like to run it, wait, I'm just gonna sit out of frame. Basically all I do is I put a book under it so it tilts more at the roof, put it on like a stable tray and just project it at the wall because it's meant to go on the roof. The star projectors can be a little bit pricey as well. But yeah, guys, if you are starting out streaming, don't get everything from the beginning flash. You might not even like streaming. I say this all the time on my stream, start out small. You know, just start out with the absolute basics and the cheap stuff and work your way up. If you like it, put up donation goals, grind your ass off and invest the money that you make from streaming back into your setup. So yeah, you don't have to go out and get the flashiest of flash equipment straight away. I've been doing this for over 2 years. It's taken me 2 years to finally be happy with my backdrop, and there's still things that I want to add and change. But yeah, that pretty much is all the lighting. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But yeah, make your lighting unique to you. Don't ever just outright copy someone. Like, you want to make your stream unique to you. But yeah, I always say be inspired, but don't copy. Definitely if you're on a budget, start with the LED strips. They are on the cheaper side. That's why you see so many people have them. Good old eBay. But I really hope that this video helped you guys. If you have any questions you feel like I didn't answer today, leave them down in the comments. I will do my best to reply. But that, I think, is the end of the video. If you guys want to check out my Twitch, I'll have that link down below as well. You can find me on there almost every day. Much better than my upload schedule on YouTube. And I also have a gaming channel, which I will leave all linked down below. Please go check them out. I would appreciate it a lot. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.